So, I'm sure you're wondering after the last two vlogs how my first day went, and I really meant to film and post this last night. I kind of was just like done with it. Like, if we're being honest, I was kind of just done with everything and just wanted to sleep. And I kind of went to bed at like 7 p.m. and did not get back up till this morning. I was like, nope, I'm done. Which is probably more dramatic than for how the day actually went. That it actually wasn't that bad. There was a couple parts that weren't so great, but a lot of it was good. A lot of it was good. So like, don't like take it as, oh my god, her first day was terrible. No, it wasn't terrible. I mean, nobody can expect everything to be perfect on the first day. Like, no one at any job. I don't care what it is. I don't care how experienced you are. But especially somebody who has never worked a traditional job, you really can't expect perfection on the first day. But there were some things I actually did get pretty perfect on the first try. So, I mean, it's not all bad. So, I got there, 10 a.m., on time, no problems at all. I probably even got there a little early. And first thing I had to do, like, the dude gave me my t-shirts for the place that have the emblem on them. Apparently there's more designs I can buy with my own money from somewhere. He didn't exactly say where to buy them from. I will have to inquire further on that. I have to inquire further on a lot of things today, apparently, because, boy, I think I have more questions now than I did going in the first place, but it gave me two, so I went in the bathroom, changed, came back out, no biggie, put my stuff in my locker in the back, he needed to see my ID, my social security card for my I-9, pretty standard stuff, no biggie, whatevers. He had me watch a few training videos. It wasn't all the training videos. He just had me watch 4 for yesterday. He had me watch one for how to work the dough machine. He had me watch one on food handling safety. He had me watch one on interacting with customers, and had me watch one on... what was the other one? There was 4 he had me watch. I knew at the time, but God, there was so much thrown at me in such a short amount of time that my brain is still like... It's like, let us not forget, I am on the spectrum, so on certain things, I'm very quick. On other things, I'm really slow. So it's like, oh my god, I'm like really overwhelmed really quickly here. But, the videos weren't a problem. Actually, one of the videos, I was impressed it used a Beatles song over that video, so couldn't complain with that. Getting better all the time, actually. So there was that. Very first thing he did was actually send me over to the dough machine and had me press out some pizzas. And had one of my coworkers, who was a total sweetheart and already might be my favorite person there, showed me how to do it. And apparently, even on my first try, I made a perfect one. She's like, wow, that's better than mine look now. So I did a bunch of those in different sizes, because we do them in 3 different sizes there. There's a mini, there's a regular one. Excuse me, I choked on my own spit. And there's a double thick one that's the same size, but is double thick. No, but it's actually pretty easy. It's just, it doesn't have preset settings, so there is a little bit of a knack to figuring out where the positions are for where the switch goes on it for the different sizes, and it is a little bit of a process. I am still maneuvering through learning that, but again, that's one of those things. I'm sure it'll get easier with time. So there was that. I did a bunch of those, learned the sorting process for how they go on the racks, newest one at the top, and you go, or oldest one at the top, and you go down, you put your first one there, go down, blah, 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 minis over here, double thickness ones over there. So, fine. Cool. Did those. Then he had me, next thing he had me do was have me wrap a bunch of, basically, they're their own brand's version of, not Hostess cupcakes, but Hostess ding-dongs, I think, is or ho-hos. Which one is the round one? I think that's ding-dongs. I think ho-hos are the cylinders, ding-dongs are the round ones, right? It's the round ones. So, well, I guess they're both round in a way, but I mean, ones that are like shaped like a Klondike bar, but it's essentially a ding-dong, just without the name, which probably tells you exactly where I work if you're familiar with pizza places and what they sell. So, regardless, he had me hand wrapping those, and that same girl that trained me on the pizza machines watching me is just like, those are coming out so perfect. Again, those look better than mine do now. How are you doing that? I was like, it's easy. You just line up the logo with the middle of the cake, fold it over with your hands, press it down, because they're frozen. It's not going to squish because they're frozen. Give it a light roll on the counter to flatten out the edges. Stick it on the tray or in the box, depending, because there's a serving tray that I filled first and did 3 layers with. And then beyond that, you stack them up on their sides and fill them in the trays in the box. Had me do like 2 or 3 crates of those. So, and I apparently did like really quickly for all of those. They're just looking at me like, wow, she's good. So that part was great. I have no complaints about that. That part was a lot of fun. I kind of hope I get to do more of those today, but since I'm not working the morning shift this morning, I kind of doubt I get to do those today. But next thing they had me do was folding pizza boxes, which there's a little bit of a learning curve right at first for figuring out what is the pattern for how these fold. As soon as I got that down, I was whipping those out so freaking fast to where I filled like the entire under the counter space, several stacks on the counters and on the front counters. Like, damn. We'll just give all the boxes to you. You're really good and really fast at those. And I'm just like, see, this is where, like, my Etsy experience came in handy, because all those USPS boxes I had to fold for years, yeah, all of that came in really handy here, because, like, boom, 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 like, it's nothing. So, didn't mind doing that. Actually, I kind of prefer the repetition and everything. So, anyways, all was great up until that point. Then my manager decided to basically throw me to the wolves. I was like, here, I'm gonna put you at point of contact. Take some customers. And I think he knew damn well it was gonna be bad, but I don't think he assumed just how bad. Like, he gave me, like, the loosest of loose explanations of what to do. He didn't tell me what the acronyms are that I have to write down on the sheets. He didn't point out which thing is which all over the place. There was a lot of things that were not explained to me, and the order of shit that was told to me was so rapid fire to where my head was basically spinning even when I heard it, and then it was like, okay, go. I was like, okay, I'll try. Yeah, I got through one customer. And after that, he pulled me away. He said, okay, so that was alarming. I'm gonna put you back here on mobile orders. It's like, it was that bad? It was that bad to where he called it alarming. Like, I know, he didn't say it in, like, a malicious way. Like, this guy is not mean at all. I don't want to make him sound like a monster, because he's not. He's actually really nice and really cool, but for some reason, just, like, it stuck me like a knife that apparently I failed so hard to where I was not given another opportunity to try again. That sucked, but I understand. I understand they want to stay in business. They don't want their first day person screwing things up and, like, scaring people off. I understand. And it's not that I was rude or anything. No, I was actually very nice and was very chatty, but at the same time was just like, I don't know where anything is. I don't know what I'm supposed to write down. I am so freaked out and so overwhelmed. Oh my god. It was not good. It was not a good first try. I will try again today. I'm kind of shitting bricks because they have me in at night today. And tomorrow, for that matter. And there's more people who go through there at night. So I'm like, oh, fuck my life. But on the other hand, depending on which manager is there, because it switched partway through when I was there yesterday. If it's the girl manager, she seems more patient and slower and willing to try to explain how the whole thing goes. So, as long as she's the one working with me today, I might get more of a chance because she wanted me to do register yesterday, but because he had just set up my account on the computer that morning, it like has to be 12 hours after when like your code will work. I didn't even get to set a code, so I couldn't even manually punch in or punch out. It had to be done for me, and just I have to learn how to do that today too. But yeah, I felt so stupid. Like, even on the register, it was like deer in the headlights. I don't know what I'm doing. And I only got the one shot at it yesterday, so I'm hoping he's not assuming because, okay, you made one mistake, get it perfect now, like, next try, because that's not realistic. It's trial and error. You need to, like, have more shots in a row at it to get it down, to like get a feel for what you're doing. Like the mobile orders at first was honestly, because they move so fast, it was kind of like deer in the headlights too, but I did start to get a feel for that one once I was doing them for a bit, and was very grateful that they let me keep working on those, because as I was doing them, and as the other guy left who had been working on them, and basically left me with that whole station to my lonesome, it forced me to have to learn where the stuff is. Which was great. That was fantastic. I needed more experience figuring out where it is, because just showing me it once and expecting me to know, that ain't gonna work. I need to do it over and over and over to get it down. So that's why I'm like, I'm hoping that, even though it terrifies me now that I had somebody worded as alarming, I am hoping that they give me more chances working with actual customers today to try again, see if I can do better today. Because I did learn, like, at least the acronyms for the crusts yesterday. But that said, that's just the crusts. I still don't know the acronyms for any of the pizzas themselves, and if they're the ones with names, I don't have all the recipes for those memorized yet. So I have like 5 down so far out of about a dozen, and being put on the spot and having to be able to pull it up like that out of my memory bank is like, oh shit. Yeah, I am hoping that it'll become easier with time. But right now, it is still just, like, so majorly panic-inducing that, like, right now my heart's like, just, like, talking about it. That part sucked so hard, and I am hoping it gets easier, because if it doesn't get easier, I have a bad sinking suspicion I'll probably end up fired for it by, like, week 3, so if they even give me that long. But, they have me on nights tonight and tomorrow. I don't have anything Halloween. Yay! And they might have me on Sunday. Sunday is iffy. She said that one's a maybe, which I'm kind of hoping they don't give me Sunday, because that shift would go until 10. I requested don't go any later than 8 or 9 p.m. 9 at the latest. Otherwise, I can't guarantee my dad's awake to drive me home. So, it's a little bit of a problem. And with COVID, my family really does not want me using rideshare, because you don't know how cleanly anybody's car is. I mean, yeah, you can make an argument, I drive for rideshare, I keep mine very cleanly. That's cool, you do. Not everyone is you, though, and not everyone is upholding all of the criteria. So, I understand why they say it, and especially because my mom has one lung. I have a heart condition, and I'm asthmatic. My dad has heart problems. We're all at very high risk for, if we caught it, it would probably take any one of us out, if not all of us. So, we are trying hard to not fucking catch it. But anyway, one of the things that was pointed out to me when I first got there yesterday, oh, you have a heel on your shoe. You sure you're gonna be comfy? Oh yeah, I'll be fine. Good lord, by the end of the day, my feet were throbbing so bad to where they throbbed the rest of the night. Definitely wearing sneakers today. Don't know that they'll be any more comfy because they're so flat that there's no support in them, there's no cushion in them, they might be more uncomfy. But I can't do heels for this 2 more shifts in a row. I immediately, like the second I got home, ordered off of Amazon some Skechers that are supposed to be made for people in food service that are on their feet all day. I literally Googled it just like that. Food service shoes, flats, comfortable, women's, size 8. That was like, and from there I like bought the first thing that came up. I don't even give a shit what they look like. They just need to be comfy, because that's a lot of hours to be on my feet in uncomfy shoes without a break. Oh, did I mention partway through the shift, shortly after I got pulled away from the people and set on online orders, the dude who had been there got called on emergency to one of the other locations, so he had the other manager come in and take over for him. She wasn't even supposed to be working yesterday. So, with that in mind, with that said, she had no idea this was my first day. She had no idea that I didn't know what I was doing on most of this stuff. She just was actually a lot more chill, but she wasn't really making that much of an effort to teach me anything because of it. She just was like, okay, you're good at this, this, and this, do those. Run with them, you know what? Work to strengths. Do the ones you're good at and stick to those. Okay, I can do that. But because she didn't know, like, hardly anything, she didn't even know what shift I was on. 3 o'clock came and went, a full fucking hour after I was supposed to be let off shift came and went, before my dad finally called the place, was like, hey, do you have a new girl there named Jennifer? No. Click. He came in. Oh god, he kind of made a scene. It's embarrassing. He's like, yeah, she was supposed to be off at 3. She looks at me, dude, it's way after 3, what are you doing? I was like, there's no clocks in here. She's like, oh yeah, there aren't any clocks in here. It's like, so how am I supposed to know when I'm off? I'm not allowed to wear a watch because it's food service, and we're not supposed to have our phones on our person. How do we know what time it is? Oh, they should have told me you were off at 3. I would have let you know. But because she not only didn't know I was off at 3, I not only worked a full hour that I don't think I'm getting paid for overtime, I also didn't get my break. So that sucked. That was literally 6 hours nonstop working, no break, in uncomfy shoes. So the other things that I bought the second I got home were a carabiner clip with a watch attached to it so I can clip it to my belt loop, because they said you can't wear a watch on your wrist because it's food service, could be contaminated. Fine. Said nothing about a watch on my belt loop. So I'm gonna do that. If I get in trouble for it, I get in trouble for it, but they have to give us some way of knowing what time it is so we know when our shift is over. Because I'm gonna ask, like, my coworkers today, how do you tell what time it is? How do you know when your shift is over if there's no clocks in there? There's gotta be a way. There has to be a way. So, I'll be asking that, but I did buy that, but it'll take a couple days to get here, because Amazon. And the other thing I bought that just honestly slipped my mind, didn't even think about it, I'm one of those people who perpetually has the issue of slippy bra straps, which normally not an issue. When your hands are covered with flour, though, you can't really be grabbing at your shirt to tug it back up because you'll leave a big old white spot on your shirt. So I'm like awkwardly shimmying, trying to get them back up while nobody's looking, and oh my god, it was embarrassing. So I do have a little bit of fashion tape left over, so I'm gonna use that today and tomorrow, but I just ordered like a big ass like bulk thing of it with like 500 strips. So that should last me for quite a while for my bra straps. Oh god, yeah. That didn't even occur to me that that might be an issue. It doesn't matter, the bra. They always do that to me. Like, I don't own a sports bra, maybe I should invest in one, but like traditional bra straps, doesn't matter how tight I set them. They can be the absolute tightest, cutting into my skin, they will still find a way to slide down, because I have like basically no shoulders. Like, this is how big my shoulder is. There's like no space there. It's like already a curve. Like, from the word go. They fall right down. So, it's embarrassing. But at least I figured out for today something I can do about that. But, yeah, it was kind of a mixed bag. And then my dad was pissy at the fact that I was there like a full hour, and he had been waiting in the parking lot and texting my phone, which, again, I told him I can't have my phone on me, so how do I know you're texting? I can't have my phone on me. What are you expecting? Like, but he was acting as if I somehow intentionally, maliciously did this. I'm like, what the fuck? So it was because of him that I was just fucking done with everything by the time I got home. I just wanted to sleep, but I had to shower first. So I showered, ordered my stuff on Amazon, and went right to bed. It was like, fuck everything. I like laid down and watched YouTube videos for a while, waited for dinner. As soon as I finished dinner, I like went to bed for the night. That was just it. But I'm hopeful today will be better. At least I have some things under my belt that I figured out from yesterday, but the rest of them are still causing me massive anxiety that is making my stomach all sorts of angry with me. So that's not great, but yeah. So that's a thing. At least I got to hear some of my tunes while I was working. I did hear the Beatles twice, I heard the Who twice, and I heard Bowie once, so I can't complain. On top of the training video. So just on my shift, I heard Oblity Oblita, I heard Bad Boy, which, holy shit, they dug deep for that one. I would never have expected to hear that, just like in a radio station in a restaurant. For the Who, I heard Going Mobile, which, unlikely choice, but one I've at least sometimes heard on radio stations before. But also, Welcome from Tommy. I was like, dude, that's a really, like, weird but interesting choice. That's something I don't think I would have even put on, like, a playlist just because it's so obscure. But okay, I will go with it. Like, I didn't even realize it first what it was. I mean, like, I did, but I didn't. But there's so much noise in there, it's hard to hear the radio sometimes. But all of a sudden, I was like, you know, that almost sounds like it couldn't actually be that, though. I mean, no radio station plays that. The more I listen, I'm like, fuck, it is. What? What? That's crazy. And then Bowie was just Let's Dance, which, I mean, that's... I expect that. I expect, like, the usual for Bowie, but, I feel like there may have been, like, a more obscure Bowie somewhere in the day, but it's too loud to tell for sure what it was, but still, cannot complain with getting to hear those every day there. That part is a perk, but, yeah, that, at least one of the other co-workers that seems way more knowledgeable than me. I admitted it was my first day. He's like, oh, this is only my 6th day here. So I'm hoping that means it gets easier really quickly. I really hope so, because otherwise I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Other than probably get fired. But, yeah, that. But, I mean, the parts that went really well, but the rest of it, oh my god. Not so much. I guess I also, cleaned some of the trays that the dough was in, which was almost comical watching me try to carry these things that are, like, basically my arms width wide and, like, maneuver them through the place, like, stacked about, like, 4 high, 5 high. They were really heavy and had, like, dough remnants in them, making them heavier. Trying to weeble wobble through the place and into the back room and into the sink, and then managed to get them to one end of the sink, grab the hose, reach it over to the other end. I'm on my tippy toes again, like, barely reach, but managing, and one of the coworkers just look at me like, you know what? You're trying really hard. It's just like, I can't do anything about my size, okay? That's the best I can do. The job's getting done. It's getting done correctly. Don't judge how it looks while I do it. It'll look goofy, because, yeah, I'm a dinky-ass little thing. I'm only 4'11", but, as much as I thought that there would be no climbing on ladders, there will be no climbing on ladders in the freezers. However, the storage shelves and the storage, like, fridge area, I am not so lucky about. Now, I didn't have to actually do any of that yesterday, but I was shown all of it, so it's like, oh, fuck. Damn it. I will keep my fingers crossed that maybe they'll reserve those tasks for a tall person, but they did say everyone does everything here, so there's that. Anyway. But yeah, that's about all that happened yesterday. At least I didn't have to clean bathrooms yet, didn't have to clean windows yet. I'm sure anytime now that'll be a thing. Watch that be today now. But, yeah, that. I'm not looking forward to that part, but what can you do, right? What can you do other than just suck it up and do it? Oh, and even though I had my hair pulled back in a ponytail, they're like, oh, you don't have a head covering. The way they made it sounded like it was an optional, so I didn't bring one. So at least now I know for today, you either need a headband or you need a hat. They're not too picky on the kind of hat, as long as it's not gonna have any pieces that can fall off in your food and isn't dirty, doesn't have anything inappropriate on it. It can be any hat. So that's kind of cool. I can wear my John Lennon hat. He already cleared it. I already asked. But, yeah, that's about how things went for day one. But I mean, my coworkers were really nice, and their names were all really easy for me to remember because I know other people by those names and could make those mental links real quick. They're just spelled different, but they're pronounced the same, so I can work with that. But oh god, my stomach is like churning just thinking about the taking orders directly from people part though, because I still just I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I'm trying so hard not to panic attack out, but that part and the register caused me so much anxiety. I didn't even understand how to use the scanner gun, and I looked so stupid for it. But, again, nobody explained how it worked. I wasn't shown the training videos on how to do those parts, so how do you expect me to magically know it? And this dude knows it's my first job. I said that going in, and yet the way he makes it sound like there was supposed to be some kind of, like, intro packet or, like, a training thing online that I was never given access to. I was never given, period. So I'll try and ask more questions about that today if I can get a word in edgewise to ask it, but, like, dude, I don't even know where to search my schedule online or anything. I don't know where to find anything. Like, there's gotta be a portal for some of this. Like, obviously there's a login thing, but they didn't tell me what the website is. I'm just like, what do I do? What the fuck do I do? I am so panicked. Like, you don't even know. Please tell me I am normal for feeling this way and that it's not just me being a baby. Please tell me that, like, most people's first day is a little rough and rocky, and especially their first day of their first job is especially nerve-wracking. I feel like a huge failure, even though I know damn well that it wasn't that bad. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. It could have been so much worse than it was. And like I said, nobody was mean. Everybody was very nice. It's me who couldn't keep up on some of it. And that lays with me, not with them. But, yeah, that. So 3 to 8 for today and tomorrow. That's cool, I guess. And I guess if I get Sunday, that's like 5 till 10, I think. But I was like, I hope they don't give me that one. I don't want to go till 10. Because I can't guarantee that I have a ride home and I'll have to walk home in the dark at 10 at night. I don't want to do that if I don't have to. But, anyway, because that's like a 2-hour walk. Just for a point of reference for those of you. Well, I guess for all of you, because none of you, like, know. Well, I guess there's, like, maybe 1-2 people on this channel who know the actual distance of point A to point B here, of what that would look like walking, and the geography of said area, but yeah, that's like at least, bare minimum, a 2-hour walk for me, because most of it's uphill. So imagine doing that. I'd be lucky if I get home by midnight if I have to walk. I am hoping that that's not the case come Sunday. Like, I'm going to beg and plead either to not go as late or to get out of that particular shift. I'll take, like, an extra one somewhere else during the day if they can swing it. I can't do that, though. Beg my dad to chug coffee if I can't get out of it. I don't know, but I do keep reminding myself, hey, 14 an hour, and that's before tips, which they said makes it more like 16 an hour. That's at least 3 shifts of 5 hours, so 15 hours times that. Hold on, let me see who's on the phone. Oh, the irony! I was all worried that maybe it was somebody from work calling. No, it's from when I applied at KFC and they were calling. Finally responding to my job application. Yeah. Now I'm like, shit. If this goes belly up, I might need to head over there. Fuck. I'm hoping it just works out here, though, because it is a nice environment that I'd like to stay in, but I mean, God, I really need to, like, have more experience to get better at handling customers. Without that, I don't know how I'm supposed to improve. So, I kind of forgot where I was going with anything before the phone derailed me, but I think I was about to wrap this up anyway, but, yeah. I'm just very overwhelmed, but at the same time, I can't say that the whole day was bad, because it wasn't. It wasn't at all. It just... Goodness, there's so much. So much to take in, so much to try and remember and memorize, and just, oh my god. Very, 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 very overwhelmed right now. So, anywho, hopefully I can pull this off, because otherwise I don't know what I'm supposed to do if I can't. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like that. But anyways, that's it for this one. So as usual, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. Pray for me, send good vibes that today goes better. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, until next time, bye-bye.